Okay, FightHype.com today with Matchroom Chief Eddie Hearn. How are you today?
Chief,
yeah.
Yeah. I'm good. A bit cold.
Yeah, it's a bit chilly. It's going to be worse tomorrow with the weather reporter accurate. Yeah. I mean, first and foremost, I mean, there's been a lot of talk about the Amir Khan situation. I mean, we'll talk about Kevin Bizier first. I mean, what do you know about Kevin Bizier's style?
Watched him a lot. You know, I mean, he had. People talk about the Jojo Dan fight. Of course, he lost two. One controversial, one split to Jojo Dan. Styles make fights. Bizier's just strong and tough and comes forward, and he'll try and knock Kell Brook out, and he'll get disposed of in fine style in Kell Brook. I think it'll be an entertaining fight as long as it lasts. There's not a lot we can do. You know, ideally we wanted Diego Chaves. We weren't allowed to take that fight by the IBF, so we have to take this fight or we lose the belt. And of course we want to clear the mandatory situation before that big summer fight.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the fight between Garcia and Guerrero at the weekend. Garcia is very much on Call's radar, providing everything goes well on March 26th. What do you see happening if Garcia does come to the table? You think that's an easy fight to make?
I don't think any of them are easy fights to make, because I don't think any fighter looks at Kell Brook and says, I fancy that fight. You know, I think if the money's right, of course, you jump in, and that's the frustrating thing about the Amir Khan fight. I know that Amir doesn't fancy the fight with Kell Brook. I know that he doesn't want to lose to Kell Brook, and he might not. You know, he's a great fighter, but when you look at the money, that's what I can't get my head around. So the Garcia fight, you know, he'll look at the money versus the risk, as everybody does. I think the winner of Thurman against Porter is a great fight for Kell Brook. I think the Pacquiao-Bradley fight, I actually believe that Bradley will win that fight. And if he does, then Bradley's a guy that really comes into play for Brook. Obviously, if it's Pacquiao, it's a lot more difficult. But you know, they're the kind of fights that we have to look for this summer. They're the fights we've got to dive into. So I want him to unify at 147 pound, and I believe he'll go on and unify at 154 pound as well.